One of the better shows to hit Netflix in 2025 is the crime drama The Waterfront. The Waterfront tells the story of the Buckley family, who run a restaurant and fishing empire in the fictional town of Havenport, North Carolina. Now, in general, I thought The Waterfront had a solid storyline, well developed characters, and was shot really well. If I had to pick one weakness in the show, it would probably be the casting of Topher Grace as Grady, a powerful drug dealer who the family is forced to go into business with. Now, don't get me wrong, he's a great actor, but to me, he just doesn't fit the role of a scary bad guy. And many of his strange jokes, they just feel awkward and are just unnecessary. Comment, let me know if you agree with that. Topher Grace was not a good fit for this role. That said, the other casting choices were terrific. Jake Weary from Animal Kingdom plays Kane Buckley. Melissa Benoist plays his sister Bree, and actress Maria Bello plays Belle. So probably the best character on this show is the patriarch of the family, Harlan Buckley, played by Holt McCallany. McCallany is a very underutilized actor, and I really liked him in the show Mindhunter. Came out, I think, around 2016, 2017. It's on Netflix too. Now, each character is unique and has an interesting background around them. In the first episode, we learned Holt is really the shot caller in the family, but has recently handed it over to Kane, who's had to resort to drug smuggling to avoid the business going into bankruptcy. Kane is clearly not quite ready to take over the business, but it's not like it was flourishing before Holt started running around with every woman on the island. Now, Bree is the troubled one, suffering from addiction and losing her son to her weenie ex-husband, who is kind of sprinkled throughout the show in some of the episodes. She's angry with the family being excluded from the business and also starts shacking up with a DEA agent who she eventually drugs and kills on the show. Belle is tough-minded, smart, and looking for a way to get the business out of debt. She looks to make a legitimate business transaction, but gets stabbed in the back by the sleazeball she's working with and also happens to be sleeping with. Now, in the last episode, we see the bloodied man, the same guy, apologizing to her, and we should probably expect a bigger role from Belle next season. So the storyline of the show, it's really simple. There's no wasted times, just 8 episodes. The family business is in debt, and there's really one option: start running drugs to pay off their debt and not lose their property, businesses, and land. Now, in my opinion, this show really reminds me of a show from 2015 called Bloodline, and it followed another dysfunctional crime family named the Rayburns. That was based in the Florida Keys, that show, but many of the same characteristics we see in both. Now, Bloodline had Danny as the troubled one, while Bree and Kane kind of seem to share that responsibility. Bree is the addict. Kane can't seem to quite run the business. He's not, his decision making is definitely questionable. And in the final episode, we see both of them redeem themselves somewhat, but I have a feeling that in future seasons, their problems, Kane's poor decision making, and Bree's addiction are going to come back to haunt them. As for more seasons, it seems highly likely that the show, which topped Netflix chart, it seems highly likely we're going to get it, because it did top Netflix's chart number 1, and the creator also expressed interest in doing multiple seasons. There's really a ton of options where the show can go, as well as different paths for the characters too. That said, we have seen shows do well on the Netflix charts, only not to get renewed for a second season. One example of this is Obliterated, which was killed off after 1 season, even though it was number 1 on Netflix for quite some time. I guess one factor here will be, of course, the actors and actresses, who they can get back, and then also the budget. Just because it hit number 1, maybe if it cost a lot to do, being out on the water, renting all that, all those, big venues, I should say, that might actually cost quite a bit for the show. All this said, there's much I left out in this review, a lot of great scenes, great interactions. If you haven't seen this show, definitely check it out, and hopefully we get more seasons.